NBA player. LeBron James is back to his suspect behavior. LeBron James has apparently been doing something strange for a little piece of change. LeBron James has been outed again for sneaking off to these freak offs. I would say, oh, poor Savannah James, but of course she probably participates at these freak offs as well. LeBron James has been channeling his inner bad Barbie behavior. It's giving Minister Glorilla vibes. He has been at them red lights, twerking on them headlights. I repeat, he's been at them red lights, twerking on them headlights. Can I get a hallelujah? LeBron James, he's a very freaky boy. His name is LeBronda and Delonte West. Hit LeBron's mama. Go G! Yeah! But LeBron James has been accused again for another heinous crime. One of LeBron James' potential victims has hit LeBron James, P. Diddy, and rapper Jay-Z with a lawsuit, accusing them of doing these sick, evil, monstrous things, freaky, weird, wild things at a freak off, at the Diddy parties. But here's what the accuser had to say. But this article was written by According to Hip Hop as they obtained the information from TMZ. But the headline reads, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and LeBron James named in new Diddy lawsuit. It goes on to say, things are continuing to go on a downward spiral for Bad Boy founder Sean Diddy Combs. Take that. The article goes on to say a new freak-off victim has come forward with a lawsuit against the music mogul, alleging that they were the victim of a humiliation ritual where they were forced to wear a penis mask. Ew! Yuck! Disgusting. It goes on to say it happened during a birthday party for Diddy's son Christian. The plaintiff also says LeBron James, Jay-Z, and Beyonce were at the home to witness it, according to TMZ. It goes on to say, quote, in a lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Joseph Manzaro claims he was drugged and transported to Star Island in Miami for the big party in April 2015. So he says he was first dragged into the back entrance of Emilio and Gloria Estefan's mansion, TMZ writes. Manzaro also claims LeBron James was at the event. Upon seeing him, Manzaro claims he heard the RBA star say, y'all better do something about that. The accuser also says he was dragged into a private area where he saw Beyonce and Jay-Z. He says a confused Beyonce asked about the ritual, saying, what's this? What's this all about? Why is this half-naked white male with a Ak mask standing here in front of me? Manzaro claims that one of Diddy's goons told her that Manzaro was being punished for snitching. It says Jay-Z and LeBron James' attorney hit back against the claims. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, says it's just another baseless claim. He says Mr. Carter wasn't in Florida at that time to witness this incident. He was engaged in easily findable public activities, so that proves he was not at this event. This is more nonsense that erodes the trust in our justice system, said Jay-Z's attorney. A representative for LeBron James echoed a similar sentiment. This is so demonstrably false and doesn't even merit a report or response. A basic internet search shows what LeBron James was doing of all of April 2015. He was playing basketball for the Cleveland Cavaliers and never in Miami, they said. Now, to be brutally honest, I find it extremely hard to believe that Jay-Z and Beyonce would attend these parties and just not participate in these freak-offs. I mean, who just stands around and watch someone be humiliated, get punished and abused, yet still associate yourself and still stand next to this person with this sinister spirit, this evil demonic person? Even after 2015, we literally seen Jay-Z and Beyonce hosting Rock Nation brunches, which is these brunches where all the celebrities meet up and drink wine just to pose for pictures. But the brunches included Diddy. Diddy was all in the pictures, together with other celebrities who attended the Rock Nation brunches as well. I mean, LeBron James and Jay-Z lawyers are doing what they get paid to do, which is lie. And you know, it's pretty hard to defend LeBron James's case when the lawyer claims LeBron wasn't there, but literally has footage of LeBron James on Instagram Live with the diddler saying it ain't no party like a Diddy party. But ironically, LeBron James' lawyer claims that LeBron James wasn't there in 2015. He was playing basketball. He didn't have the time on his hands to attend a Diddy party. But the timeline of the Instagram Live video that LeBron James did was during C19. And many of you experienced what was going on in C-19, everybody was pretty much socially distancing themselves from everybody at the time. Nobody was going to cookouts. Nobody was having parties. Nobody even wanted to be around each other because nobody wanted to get sick, right? So LeBron James had to been speaking of the past party events, right? He had to been speaking about the past party events because nobody was partying in 2020. Nobody was being around each other. There probably wasn't no Diddy parties in 2020, which means there could be a huge possibility that LeBron James did in fact attend that party back then. And lastly, the lawyer says LeBron was playing basketball like he didn't have the time on his hands to do it. Like he had no time at all to do that. Like he was too busy playing basketball that he wouldn't be able to attend a Diddy party. However, oh yeah, I got the receipts. LeBron James attended a Justin Timberlake concert. So LeBron James has the time to attend a Justin Timberlake party. Cry me a river. Oh, cry me a river. Oh, cry me a river. So he could be LaCrybaby James at the Justin Timberlake concert, but he can't make it to a Diddy party? Yeah, I'm not believing it, okay? Sorry, lawyer. See, LeBron James was sliding and gliding at the Diddy Epstein Island. It's never been a secret that LeBron James and a lot of these major celebrities, a lot of these A-list, B-list celebrities are brushing shoulders with the elites. There have been many so-called conspiracy theories that these entertainers indulge in this type of behavior, fondling with little girls, teenage girls, little boys, teenage boys, lady boys, etc. So apparently I believe that there's some truth to what this man is saying. However, I have my own theories, which is that this guy is in on it too, in my opinion. But apparently LeBron James allegedly took part and humiliating this man and took his manhood. The guy said LeBron James, Diddy, and Jay-Z ran a choo-choo train on him, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, making a man wear a mask like that is crazy, diabolical. It's crazy work. I think all of LeBron James fans should wear them. I mean, the way they suck this man off. But this is the type of activities that LeBron James loves partaking in. He gets down with the get down. He's into being chained. He's into being hit with paddles, swinging on swings, being put in cages. He's into the BDSM lifestyle. And if you guys don't know what BDSM lifestyle is, it's just basically bondage and domination, submission. Don't ask me how I know, ladies and gentlemen. I do my research. But it's basically being pleasured with pain. But let's get to the bottom of why all this news and new information is coming out. The reason why all of these reports are starting to come out. At first, you notice it was hidden in plain sight. If you were a so-called conspiracy theorist, you were seeking the truth. So you will read different articles, watch different YouTube videos of people connecting the dots of how these celebrities are part of these secret societies, which is all true, by the way. It's just coming out now. They're just starting to expose themselves because they don't care no more. But I'm going to explain to you why they don't care no more. See, these so-called Illuminati parties, allegedly, the more stories like this you hear, the public, which is the sheep, by the way, they will sympathize for their favorite celebrities and say, oh, well, I mean, if that's what they like to do, that's their personal lives. That's their business. That's none of my business. But they call it the all-white parties. But I call it the weird parties. But in these secret rooms, you have men on men, women on women, lady boy on man, lady boy on women. I mean, all types of freaky wild stuff goes on in them rooms. They sneak little kids in there and fondle with little kids, do nasty things to little kids. And yes, I know you can't believe what your ears are hearing, but it gets very wild and disturbing at those parties. But celebrities like LeBron James, they don't worship God. They don't worship the God that we worship. They worship Satan, allegedly. That's their God, allegedly. But they all meet up at this place called the Bohemian Grove and worship the owl, worship Satan, allegedly, do harmful things to children, allegedly. Drink the blood of children, which is called adrenochrome, allegedly. I'm telling you, these people are wicked. But how this world operates is based upon a pyramid. And there's different tiers on this pyramid, which is called phases. And typically the Freemasons are famous for using the word phases. And the higher up you go on the pyramid, or the higher degree you get to, the more knowledge you gain. It's called being an enlightened one, illuminated, which is another word for Illuminati. But they're the light bearers of knowledge. But they utilize these celebrities to program the masses to dictate what's popular or accepted in culture. Because unlike the Bible says, which is you shouldn't worship false prophets, these celebrities are that. You should never worship someone who's pretending to be a god. But this is what the masses do anyway. But what they're doing with all these wild stories is the more they come out, the more fans will see and hear this, and they'll become desensitized to it as it becomes normal. And pretty soon the masses will start to see footage of what goes down at these parties. Why? Because they want for us to see this stuff. Because ultimately what they want is they want the whole world to be turned out. Now that we established that, let's get to the absolute bottom of why all this new information is being released by TMZ and other operative organizations. Let's peel back more layers and allow me to take y'all down the rabbit hole. See, all this news about LeBron James and other high profile celebrities, this is not happening by happenstance. Just think, these A-list celebrities like LeBron James has access to very important people that we don't. Access to the best lawyers, tied into secret groups, secret society. See, LeBron James is a part of the Boule, allegedly. The Illuminati, allegedly. They tied to these secret groups and could literally make these cases go away. These entertainers, all these accusations can go right away. These entertainers and rich athletes have connections with powerful people who are tied in with people who own the mainstream news media. They literally have the power to spin a story and make an accuser look like the victim. The media has the power to make the guilty look innocent and the innocent look guilty. And what the media does with LeBron James, because he's tied to the elites, LeBron James could be guilty but made to look like the innocent one. Because LeBron James, as I say, he's tied in, so he has unlimited protection by the media. So any lawsuits or bad press for LeBron James, it doesn't get posted on the Shade Room or major news outlets because he's tied in with the higher ups. And they could keep pushing headlines of LeBron James does another TikTok with his daughter or sons, or news reports like LeBron James ran into a burning building today and saved a kid who just so happened to have a poster of James in that burning house. Everything in the house was burnt up except for James' poster. I'm James Tedman, Fox 8 News. Back to you, John. And the public will eat it up. They sell stories of LeBron James being a humanitarian, being a great father, having the I Promise school. LeBron James donated $6 million to charity today. LeBron James told 2 kids courtside at a Lakers game to take off their pooch heisty ski masks. Yet his son is smoking weed on camera. It's just all a part of the PR spinning by the Clutch Sports camp. And the people fall for it every single time.